What's up guys, it's RivTech, welcome back to the channel, and today we're talking about a game that I may possibly have overhyped, talking about Warhaven. Created by Japanese and Korean developer Nexon, Warhaven is a third-person fantasy magic medieval team-based swordplay game. The closest comparisons that I can give you in terms of gameplay and style would be For Honor and Chivalry 2. I am going to give a little bit of leniency to the game because as of right now it is currently in beta. That being said, the game has a lot of potential, however there are a lot of areas that need to be improved upon, which we'll go over in this video. Before we get started, as always, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, feel free to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free to do, and it helps to boost my videos in the YouTube algorithm so more people who enjoy this type of content can see it as well. Alright, now let's get into the video. You have your choice of 6 heroes to choose from. There's nothing really special here. It's a sword-wielding knight. There's a hammer character, a shield and mace character, a mage, and an archer. A unique feature of the game is that it has what are called Immortals, which after completing certain tasks in the game and collecting enough XP and eliminations, you can go ahead and turn into an Immortal of your choosing. These Immortals each have unique abilities ranging from close quarters combat, mounted combat, magic, and healing. While this feature is unique and fun to do, it is also a little bit buggy. Even if you have an enemy down to minimum HP, when you go to hit them again and they transform, it automatically cancels whatever health that they had and turns them into Immortal, as you'll see in this clip right here. This mechanic could be an issue of one of the major problems of the game being the servers. Over the first few hours of playing the game, I would be connected into servers where I would have over 200 ping. I think the lowest ping that I had the entire time that I played was 85. As of October 13th, they did patch the game to create a US East server. However, there have been complaints on the Steam forums that the servers were connecting you to Frankfurt, Germany if you were trying to play on US East. The game modes themselves are 16v16, mostly control point based. There's an onslaught mode where you look to take over neutral points in order to push the enemy back into their points. The more points you capture, you push the enemy towards their spawn, ultimately defeating them. There's another game mode which I would equate to Hardpoint in Call of Duty, which is essentially a capture point in the middle of the map. There's also a cannon that you can occupy and shoot at people that you can control as well. And the third game mode that you were able to test was an escort type game mode where you had a cart that you had to push forward into the enemy territory in a certain amount of time. For that game mode, you had both attacking and defending. Upon full release, it would be nice to get a game mode that would be like a 1v1 arena and also like a 4v4 team deathmatch, or even a 16v16 team deathmatch. One of the positive things I can say about the game is over the 6 hours that I did play prior to making this video, I wasn't dropped out of a game once. I know some people might have had this issue, but I never had that issue. The main issue was just the ping. As you can see here, the combat is a little clunky, and I think that might be in large part due to the network issues. Depending on the character you use, the hitboxes feel kind of clunky, and again, that could be due to network latency. So like Chivalry, they give you an option for an alternate swing, an overhead attack, and a thrusting attack depending on your character. There's also a special attack that you can use and a tactical attack. What they don't have, and what I found to be a big problem coming from playing Chivalry, is that there is no counter and repost option. Essentially, you're just getting hit until your stamina meter goes down, and countering doesn't feel rewarding at all, like it does in Chivalry. In addition to that, there's no real evade option. There's no sidestep, backstep, roll, dodge. Nothing to avoid being hit other than jumping and blocking. While this is understandable with larger characters like this shield mace warrior that I have, when you use the smaller characters like the archer or swordsman, there should be an option to dodge and evade. One of the Immortals, Martyr, does have the ability to evade and counter, but it's built into her special abilities. So this is obviously a mechanic that they have in the game, however, I believe that it should be for every character. Another combat feature that I would like to see added is a critical hit. There's nothing less rewarding than getting around a giant shield or hammer playing character and hitting them in the back of the head or in a weak point and doing the same amount of damage if you would have hit them straight on. And one of the last issues that I had with the game is the inability to get into the game. There's this server login error that pops up. They offered a solution to it. However, it was just clicking on a link, and if the link didn't work, then you had to check your own settings. Hopefully that gets resolved. It isn't all doom and gloom. However, there is a lot of improvement that needs to be made before this game comes out as a full release. I believe with some tweaks to the combat and movement system and some more balancing to the immortal characters, you'd have a really good solid melee combat game. Additionally, I would like to see some more game modes. Like I said before, a 1v1 arena and some team deathmatch would be nice. The developers have done a great job of being transparent both on Twitter and on Steam. They have patched the game 3 times in the first 3 days of the release based on the complaints of the community. In conclusion, it's a fun game with some good bones. However, it feels incomplete and definitely needs some tweaking. Hopefully the developers listen to the community and continue to make the appropriate changes. If not, they're probably going to be riding the struggle bus into 2023 with all the new releases that are coming out and major DLCs for games that have already been released. It's free to beta test right now on Steam if you want to give it a try. If you have played the game or when you play the game, make sure to leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on the game. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. And if you made it this far into the video, please hit like on it. I appreciate you guys watching. I've been Rivtech. I'll see you guys in the next one.